Hello, listener. Will here. I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's happened. Pogba's wizards have taken Cathal away, banished him to another dimension. I knew it was coming. As soon as I heard about that story and remember the boys talking about the Pogmentary, it's happened. But no, fear not. Cathal is fine. It's just me here at the moment, but I'll explain why. So, as we've mentioned a few weeks ago, things are going well for me and Cathal. Not that makes it sound like we're a couple. Things have been going well. I got a new job. Cathal has a new job. We both have places to live. But with that good sometimes means scheduling issues. The pod has to take a back seat. And usually, any old listeners will know, that means we normally just skip it. Who cares? We won't do an episode this week. But things are different now, you see. Because over the last few weeks, we've actually got a few new listeners. Quite a few new listeners. Our last episode looks like it's going to be our most popular yet. For some reason, I think people personally were buzzing to hear me happy about a Man United result for the first time in what feels like 2 years. But with those new listeners, it means we can't just skip an episode, kill the momentum, you know. So I devised a plan. Cathal doesn't know about this, but he'll see it when you do. So rather than miss an episode and lose all these new listeners, confuse them, where are the no-nonsense boys? What I've done is I thought, what better time to introduce our new listeners to some of our past, some of our best moments. So I've put together a little no-nonsense clip show. You know, when you're like 10 seasons into a series and they've just run out of ideas and they're like, just shove the best ones, the best moments on, hope for the best. We'll do a new episode next week. So that's what we're doing. So hope you enjoy. We'll be back maybe this week, but definitely next week for all the updates on the football and Pogba's wizard and Scott Parker getting sacked, 1 down, 8 to go. I'm sure Cathal's happy. But yeah, without further ado, here is some of my favourite moments from the No Nonsense podcast so far. If you're new, follow us on Spotify or rate us 5 stars. If you're not going to rate us 5 stars, please don't rate us. It'll really tank the podcast, as we said before. The numbers are too low. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Without further ado, the No Nonsense Clip Show. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon. Maybe this week, definitely next week.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. They're imposters.
Nothing to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Well, remember that video me and you watched before?
Oh, no.
Of Nathan Redmond predicting his FIFA ratings with EA Sports, and they asked him each one, and they went individually like pace, and he'd say 82, and they're like 74. Like each one of them he got way off, way under, and he looked so sad.
I think it was baby Elvis from Soccer AM who was doing as well. Like someone else just like, fuck this guy, doing a fucking interview with him. And then he's like, he's not even trying to be mean. He's just telling you what's happening. And you're like, this can't be happening to me. It's a professional footballer. This can't be happening. He's like, he started off with like pace. That's my good thing.
Lower and lower.
And then by the end, it was like, okay, what about physicality? It's like, well, they've all been pretty low so far. So probably like, I mean, the way this is going, probably like, 56. Yeah, right on. Exactly. That's it. Yeah. And he was like, what?
Right, I'm here with Southampton's Nathan Redmond. I've also got Nathan Redmond's FIFA 19 card. Now, you've not seen this, have you?
No.
And I can tell that this means a lot to you, these stats. So, first up, what do you think your overall score is?
Last year I was 75. I'm going to go 1 up.
Okay.
Say 76.
75.
I'll take it.
So you think you should be 76 overall?
Why not?
Okay. But you're happy so far?
Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm happy. It's pace.
Is it like 87?
It's 84. Shooting.
I'm going to go 74.
Oh, I'm sorry to do this to you. It's 68. So once again, all the scores have been lower than you think they should be.
Yeah.
Slightly.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to start low. I've got to have no expectations here.
So we were looking forward to this feature, weren't you? Yeah. Okay, passing.
It's 20.
Okay,
I'm having no expectations, so we're going up. So you're gonna make me feel better.
What do you think?
Should I go 70?
Bang on. Yeah. Dribbling, part of your game.
Could be in the 80s. No?
You are in the 80s.
83, 2, 1, 80.
Yeah.
That's all right.
80. Still a good score.
I'll take that.
You take 80?
Yeah, I'll take 80.
Yeah.
No problem.
Defending.
I'm gonna go with the 40s, you know.
It's lower.
Is it? Yeah. They don't rate me. Okay. Is it in the 30s?
It's lower than the 30s.
Is it in the 20s? 29?
It's lower than 29.
24?
It's higher than 24 on the plus
26?
side. It's
25.
lower than 26.
25?
Correct.
That is all a bit mad. Not much I can say in it. I guess they know better than me.
Physical.
40s?
It's in the 40s.
47?
Yeah. And have you enjoyed this feature that we've done reviewing your FIFA
Yeah, I
card,
think
or
it's
has
great.
it really upset you?
Nah, I'm alright. I'll live.
Why are you talking rubbish?
You see the picture of Charlie Kane?
No, I've never seen Harry Kane. I can only imagine what he looks like.
He looks like someone who'd say he's Harry Kane's brother when he wasn't. You kind of look. Oh yeah, I'm Harry Kane's brother, but when he isn't, but he actually is. He just looks like a Harry Kane. And they took a picture of him in his office. I think he works for he has his own sports agents company.
Yeah.
Where Harry Kane is the only client.
Yeah, it's just one.
And it's so bizarre looking. There's a desk there, and there's a massive ink spill on the desk, but it's part of the design of the desk. He has one laptop and a seemingly empty address book beside it, and then on the back wall, it's like a limey mint green wall. There's 100 pictures of Harry Kane.
That's his talent roster.
A wider shot of the entire office, and there's a motorbike in the office, and again, designed into the ground. There's tire tracks where the bike is skidded up against the wall.
It sounds
so
like
shiny.
his office is in one of those have you ever been in the M&M world in London? Kind of a shop, but it's also kind of oh, look at that weird thing. Very, very David Brent with the motorbike in the ground.
It's like if David Brent had made it by sheer, nepotism.
Surely he wants to be an agent for more than just Kane.
Yeah. I'm sure he wants to, but I mean, have you seen the way he's been handling this? Fucking hell.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Did you see Ronaldo's press conference yesterday?
No.
Funny moment. So I don't know if you've seen the manager press conference stuff. They have 4 bottles of Coke in frame.
Yeah.
So he sat down and kind of looked around, and then he spotted the bottles of Coke, and he had the most disgusted look on his face. So he took the probably very expensive sponsorship and he put it out of frame, and then he picked up a bottle of water and said, "Drink water."
Well, look, if you were a galaxy brain marketing man like myself, was in former life,
it's all works.
You'd say, hey, they're talking about us, baby.
Yeah.
We're still talking about Coke.
They're talking about how we should never go near it, but they're talking about it.
Everyone's talking about see what Ronaldo did to who? Coke.
See what he called poison? Us.
See what the best athlete in the world said he would never drink? Us. No publicity equals bad publicity. Yeah, you're fired. You pack your things and get out. Actually, just turn off your laptop because we work from home. So just don't log back in ever again.
Why are you talking rubbish?
And I think you were saying there about Messi being a step above. I think a good example of that was, did you see him lying down behind the wall and see the reaction to it? He was that player. That was,
yeah.
Rio Ferdinand said if he was on the pitch, he would have pulled him up and lied down for him.
Yeah, I don't know if you said that.
Come on.
That would make it even more awkward, Rio.
Yeah, that would be so much worse.
And then, Messi would be like, no, I'm 5'7", so I'm not
Yeah, what am I going to do? Go on the
wall?
wall? I'm not going to be able to defend the fucking free kick.
Yeah, he's like, no, you're too good, Messi. Please get up. It's Rio, I mean this in the nice possible way. F*** off. On the wall.
Yeah, you're nearly 7 foot, Rio. What are you
Get
doing?
in the wall, you f***ing freak. That's what you're good for. Let me score the goal. I'll lie down.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Do you want to hear some of Luis Suarez's quotes after the game?
Yep.
A lot of people have suffered with me. My wife, my children,
day by day, they are the ones who have suffered the most from my many years in football. We've had a great year despite difficulties. We're the most consistent team, and we're the champions.
How much suffering do families of professional athletes have to go through?
Well, I guess they probably were originally from Uruguay, maybe, and then they had to move
I
to
suppose,
the Netherlands
that
and then to
makes sense,
Liverpool. Then he goes, "Oh, we're going to Spain." It's like, but I have my communion or whatever. Pack your shit. I'm going to play with Lionel Messi.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm settled into Barcelona now. We're off to Madrid.
Pack up the van, Suarez's. The Suarez's are going to Madrid.
Why you talking rubbish?
So I was riled up by that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the comments started coming in. And I started getting a few directed at me and having 3 United players in my back line.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? They're probably right. It's probably a bit biased. So I'm actually going to change my team of the year now.
Whoa,
We'll do it live.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that. I'm not. I think we have to check with the rules on that one. I don't know if we can change it after it's been published.
No, because look, because I was reading it and I was thinking back on it and I thought, yeah, you know what? It's about the other people. It's not about me. So my new team of the year is in goal. I have Dean Henderson at the back. I have Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. I have Harry Maguire. I have Lindelof in the middle. I have Fred McTominay.
I think
then I have Bruno, Greenwood, Rashford, Cavani up top. F*** off. Don't f***ing come at me. Make your own podcast. Make your own team of the year.
Oh,
not having it.
We should be engaging with the fans, Will. We should be respecting their opinion. You know, we were trying to decide here.
Nah,
Why you talking rubbish?
Sure enough, they score. With a completely different manager and style, like he always scores against Villa, or like he just has a team he scores well against, and it doesn't make sense because they play with different players and different tactics. You know,
Well,
it's just bizarre.
I have a theory.
Go on.
That maybe the players before they leave pass on their haunting memories. They're like, be warned when you play West Brom, and it goes from generation to generation. That's the only reason.
So you think after the game, Tuchel was like, "Who was that guy? Who was that? that blur?" And like, "Oh, that was him, El Diablo." You know, like
why you talking rubbish?
Some sly reporter asked poor naive Zinchenko about the quadruple.
Oh no!
And of course,
the curse.
Zinchenko thought the right answer would be, "Yeah, of course, why not? We want to win every competition." And then they asked Pep, and by the way, Pep, we were talking to Zinchenko earlier on, and you know, it's about the quadruple. He said you could do it. He went, "Well, Mr. Zinchenko is a lot younger than me." He called him Mr. Zinchenko. I was like, "Oh, he's in trouble. He's in big trouble." So
maybe.
Pep not only downplayed, he said, "No, this will not happen. Stop saying this will not happen." He knows
This
the curse.
happens every year.
Why you talking rubbish?
Like, did you know that?
I did what I was told, and it was bad for me, so I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. So now, you know, anything that's you're told to do, like, "Oh, don't stand on that because it might fall over." Do you know that?
Yeah. Okay, global elite.
Yeah.
You're not taking my cash.
You want that ledge for yourself. It's like, what? I saw you that ledge before. As soon as we leave, you're up on that ledge straight away. I know it.
Get away from my flares.
Oh, flares are dangerous now. Yeah. No. Oh, Dr. Flare expert over here. Oh, you're an expert on flares
It's my
now.
right. It's my constitutional right to have a flare.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of backlash to being told what to do by adult men.
Why you talking rubbish?
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. Really unbelievable stuff.
And being like, what a utmost professional Harry Kane is. Look, he's not happy there. That happens. It's like, well, it happens to Lukaku too, I guess.
Yeah, but I guess he hasn't done the time. I don't know. It's just, it's...
He didn't do it in like a, I don't know, a go-kart race with Gary Neville.
I'd watch that interview. I'd change my entire opinion if they were doing that like over comms, like in the F1.
The camera on like the front of
Just flying around.
fucking go-kart pointing.
It's bullshit, Gary.
Yeah, the helmets on.
I want to win trophies. I'm in my peak. It's time to leave.
And what do you think? What do you think about Belgium?
Why you talking rubbish?
Players are prohibited from dangerous activities.
Like what?
Skydiving,
Yeah.
skateboarding, extreme sports.
Yeah, wrestling.
Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, like, I thought that was already in the contracts, though, surely.
Yeah, sure. Well, also, surely if you're a footballer, you're like, I'm not going to go skydiving today. I have a match tomorrow.
Yeah, look, 4 hours for the game.
I'm not going to go bullfighting.
I can't slope, boys.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
You know, I can't plow that snow.
I'm going to have to skip X Games training.
Yeah, like, you know, but again, this is like, we're laughing, but like, this is obviously needs to be said.
Yeah, these are...
If he's bringing it in, it's like, yeah, we don't do that stuff. Well, don't.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't, Shabby.
I don't think you know what we're actually like.
He's been there a couple of days or a week or so. Yeah. Came in. It was like, okay, I got to make some. I didn't have to say it. No more extreme sports before games. Okay.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Bit of a COVID outbreak here. It's still rampant in this part of the world. Apparently 400 people were dying a day recently in Athens.
There might be no listeners this week.
And listen, I'm vaxxed and boosted, so I mean, there was never any real danger, but it did fuck me up. Sunday evening we had the scare, and to be honest, I was like looking for like any kind of loophole, any kind of technicality to get off on it, because I was like, I cannot go to work. I can't leave the boys hanging. It's almost playoff season, right? I can't not go in.
Don't be afraid to have dreams, because 4 years ago I was as far away from this as you can imagine.
I literally couldn't concentrate on what I was saying. I was like trailing off. I think I said, I don't know, man, about 7 times during the episode.
Was it all in the brain?
No, man, I was aches and pains. I had my calves, my arse, like my lower back, like just
sore arse.
I couldn't think straight at all, man.
They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that in the news.
Well, you know, the glutes now, not any of the areas, you know.
The bum hole.
Oh! They don't tell you that in the 6 o'clock news. After 9, they can mention this. Yeah. After watersheds. But yeah, I'm over the worst of it now. I think I'm pretty good getting back. But I do have to go for Greek classes at 6. Fuck.
Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start.
Why are you talking rubbish?
And if you haven't got the confidence to play, then you can quickly flip it and say, have you got the bollocks to play?
But you think they'll come forward? I don't know about that. Who do you think goes down?
I don't know who goes down, honestly. I don't know enough about the teams at the bottom. I also really care, because Everton, last night, Monday night, they're now top 4, and City are 5th, condemned to Europa League embarrassment. If the season was to end now, which of course it doesn't. Solskjaer always manages to do. It starts to go bad and he pulls out the fire. Yeah. Always seems to do it. Yeah, that's true. I forgot with that angle, that they have to kind of distance themselves from the whole Harry Kane campaign to get out of there.
It's their fault, like. It's their fault this is happening.
They're playing both sides, Sky Sports, those bastards. Yeah. I don't think Lukaku will mind if they win the league this year. I still think he'll get 20 league goals this season, plus a couple in the Champions League and that.
Does it annoy you, this perception of Tottenham, when you are tough, you are a leader, you are resilient, you're an unbelievable player, so long goals, and then you get people calling the club, whether it be flaky, bottle it in big moments, that must really annoy you. It must be someone like you.
Yeah, no, it's hard to hear.
They go, is Ronaldo maybe part of the problem? Go, listen, I'm not going to sit here and criticise the best player there ever was, arguably. It's like, well, I didn't say that. I'm asking you right now. Solskjaer was like, whoa, they were better than all of our players. Did you see Harry Maguire out there? Jesus, he got skint.
Salah's so fast.
Yeah, Luke Shaw was at 6 and 7 on Salah, wasn't he?
I don't know if you saw. Did you see what Luke Shaw said after the game?
Oh, yeah.
He said, like, a result like that was coming. Don't say that. Yeah. Stop it.
Ollie, you might be better off out of it. Grealish is on the bench today. He's 100 million. He's on the bench today.
That's irrelevant up to the conversation. But Van de Beek...
If Ollie walked in here now, if Ollie walked in here now, I'd grab him by the... And I'd go, why are you playing Fred?
No, of course I'm talking about as well, Ollie. We thought he wouldn't leave. We thought the international break had come and gone.
Man, I gave him 3 games. He won 1, he drew 1, he lost 1.
Exactly.
Then he lost the next one, and they went, probably should have sacked him after the last one.
Yeah, the Jimenez sent it off.
Yeah. You joked last week about his brain.
Yeah.
You really want to get COVID like 2 weeks ago.
Is there any word about when those games are going to be replayed?
So they tried to get the Europa League game postponed, but still play it because Spurs have to win that game.
Try for correct it. Europa Conference
League.
Let's not get that wrong with Spurs here, right? Yeah, we're talking about Aubameyang again. After the game, it was like he wasn't playing. Was on the squad.
A disciplinary issue.
They asked Arteta. It was like a disciplinary issue. The rules were the same for everyone. And then he's like, "What was it?" He goes, "I'm not telling."
And no one's buying.
No, well, will that coincide with the African nations?
Chaos.
Who doesn't defend?
Yeah.
They're all dead. Will Coutinho and Jack Grealish are the last ones alive. It's amazing.
I heard your absolute as well, and that I wouldn't score 5 goals.
I was going to say, it's strange that he would ask you instead of me when you're the one who was dogging him. The first 2 games after that, 2 Lukaku headers. Bang, bang. Yeah. He's already halfway there, more or less. 3 more to go, and Will's wrong. I can only imagine in his head after scoring the goals, being like, oh shit, is that going to come out this week? Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, but he looked dead into the camera and he said, let Edomania commence.
Sound the horn, ring the bell, whatever we do when one of our absolutes comes through, because
yeah.
That's right. The vaguest of our absolutes, Frank Lampard managing a club, has come through.
We called it.
I called it.
Yeah.
A little bit of Peter Drury's never goes astray. Okay, melodrama upon melodrama. Remember that. Frank Lampard coming in. I mean, I know I called it, but I'm like, why? Why would you get Frank Lampard in? If it wasn't for World War III, Will, I think the Tuchel sacking probably would have happened by now.
You know, most people were like, what does this mean for the world or the economy? Or like, is this going to affect me? I thought, my absolutes. What about Tuchel? This week there were so many leaks that they're going against each other. The uncertainty around the manager is affecting them because they're like, oh, we don't know what it's going to be in a few months. But then also, they don't like Ranić, so it's like, oh, we don't want this manager or a new manager.
Kanye, wake up. Skeet got your bitch.
I'm a football manager and I'm coaching the team to try and get results, and that's what I'm going to comment on.
We got one shot on target towards the end of the game. Yeah, that's how I describe the game as well.
Liverpool are quietly going for the quadruple, but they don't mention it.
Look, save you cutting even more stuff. Just ignore everything I've said for the last few bits. That's not what it was.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. They're imposters.
I think to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Why are you talking rubbish?